Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Shook Unscripted, and I am super excited. Yes, today is a rather glorious day for the community. I feel like many people are still reeling from the events of last night. Now, y'all know, or I'm sure most of you guys know why we are gathered here today. I'm going to go ahead and do my Chantopolis World update. We'll start from the beginning, talk about what happened on FFG's live stream, and then Chantal's response to it. I watched it go down in real time, and I feel like this is one of those situations that is going to be remembered for a long time. Like in the past, there was the CPAP rescue, the trip to Cuba. We can even go further back to the fast food funeral. These defining moments in Foodie's life. Pumped up kicks, anyone? But this time we got a happy ending. At the end of the day, a lot of people are just happy that that cat is being taken care of, and Chantal was exposed again. Of course, she is going to continue to blame everybody else but herself. And if you really give it some thought, this whole situation and just her treatment of BBJ, along with just throwing this cat away after 20 years, I mean, this cat has been 16, 18, 20. I even heard her say 21 last night. But regardless, this situation is not a new low. This is her all-time low. So how did we get here? Let's take it back to the beginning. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? For the past few months, Chantal has been getting ready to go back to Kuwait. She is uprooting her entire life and dropping pretty much everything, including her cats, her Pete's, her house, most of her possessions, her car. Who's going to save the car? No more Canada. She is headed to Kuwait to be with her husband. On Wednesday, Chantal posted a video called Rehoming BBJ, my 20-year-old cat, where she gets a crate, puts one of her old shirts in there, I guess so that BBJ, oh, that means FFG has one of her old shirts. I guess to ease BBJ's anxiety. And we see Pete's handing off the cat at the door to a mysterious man. At first, this upset a lot of people. I mean, Chantal couldn't even be there for the handoff. She was at the top of the stairs. But as far as the identity of the mysterious man, we now know. So last night, FFG went live in a stream that was just titled BBJ, and she let everyone know that the person at the bottom of the stairs was in fact her brother. Remember, it was discussed in the past that she had actually privately reached out to Chantal herself, offering her $3,000 as well as an NDA. By signing this NDA, I'm assuming she wouldn't be able to talk about the condition the cat was in, because Chantal was most worried that the person that was going to get the cat would expose her, and really that's exactly what happened. But if the cat was taken care of, she wouldn't have to worry about that. So I don't feel bad at all. I bet that $3,000 is looking pretty good right now. I was just wondering, like, Chantal didn't recognize this person. I mean, I don't know what her brother looks like or if they even look alike, but wouldn't that be funny if she, like, in the back of her head was thinking, oh, this person looks like FFG. Oh my God. Initially, Chantal said that Abizer was going to be taking BBJ. They had talked, and this person said not to take her to her vet appointment because they were going to take her to their vet, right? But the person that Chantal was talking to was actually FFG's sister-in-law the whole time. FFG talks about how she rescued BBJ because they picked up the cat at 1:30, and the vet appointment that Chantal was going to take BBJ to was at 2:30. Chantal was alluding to putting down this cat based on vet approval at that specific appointment. Now, if the cat was in good health, I don't understand why they would recommend that. But anyways, FFG actually got an emergency vet appointment for BBJ because she had 5 nails growing into the pads of her feet. And this part really broke my heart and pissed me off too. Because remember, even the viewers saw this. I remember a clip that showed BBJ actually limping down the stairs, and this is definitely because of that. So you mean to tell me this has been going on and neither Pete's nor Chantal did anything about it? Chantal said that she was going to take BBJ to the vet as soon as she got home. Obviously that didn't happen. And she saw the condition that she was in and obviously felt no pressure to do anything about it. Chantal tried to make excuses for this, saying that old cats, their nails grow really fast, but clearly this was left untreated. She neglected that cat for quite a while. They don't just grow right into the pads overnight. Both Pete's and Chantal had to have seen her limping around. Even the viewers saw it. So FFG actually got an emergency vet appointment and details how BBJ was actually screaming in pain because they had to get these nails out. But in the end, the cat is doing much better now. And this is why I say this is Foodie's all-time low. But in reality, her and Pete's ought to be ashamed of themselves. While people were begging Pete's to do something about it, he just acted like an immature little child. Remember when he was screaming that she was fine? Well, clearly she was not fine. During FFG's live stream, it appears that Chantal's biggest supporter has actually flipped on her. Now, this woman would defend everything that Chantal has done, but clearly the neglect is too much. Take a look at this post showing the Missy Moo super chat. How could she do that to tiny BBJ? I'm out, so not impressed. I will half all cost with you. Message me if you need anything. So even Chantal's staunchest supporter is out. So when FFG took the cat to the vet actually said that BBJ was doing very well for her age and she was in no condition to be put down. Of course, this whole situation quickly got to Foodie Beauty and she came on stream. This live stream was called Calling the Cops for Cat Theft, You Psycho. And this was probably one of Chantal's biggest meltdowns ever. You could tell in her voice that Chantal was extremely angry. I don't know if we've ever seen her like this before, genuinely. But I can't help but shake the feeling that she was angry that she was exposed, that the cat was now in better hands. And people could see that everything that she has been saying was a total lie. Her selfishness was on full display. And all of this for a man that people have doubts is even genuine about his feelings.
I'm glad you did this. You crazy psycho. I'm glad you did this. You know why? Because you're going to be arrested. You have 1 day. You have till tomorrow morning to bring me back BBJ. The person who's supposed to have BBJ is Amy Flowers. She went way too far. And people think this is okay? Steal someone's cat. This is real life. You people need a thing life. So you have until tomorrow morning to bring me back my cat, or else I'm calling the police. You are my stalker. I didn't give it to FFG, so what they did is illegal.
So let me know, what do you guys think about this situation? During Chantal's rage, she kept mentioning that like FFG has the cat, but in reality, that's not really true. Her brother and sister-in-law have the cat, and FFG says that she is not taking this cat. She is just financing her healthcare, and her brother's gonna have the cat. I think that her family saved that cat. Chantal had every intention of dropping her off at whomever's or putting her down. So I'm just happy that the cat's okay. And we will continue to get updates on her well-being. Chantal continued this meltdown for several hours, claiming that she was going to call the cops, but then later on changing the story, saying the cops don't really care about this situation, that she has contacted them about FFG, and they told her that this would be a civil matter. They act like they don't care. I mean, when it comes to online drama, unless you're being threatened, they don't care. And Chantal tries to escape criticism again by calling this false outrage. But it's not false outrage this time. This is neglect. And she really stepped in it this time. I don't see anyone defending her behavior. There is no defense for this. Clearly, the worry that people had for this cat was warranted. So she calms down a little bit and comes on again for a live stream titled You Win. At this point, Chantal is saying anything to try to convey that she took good care of this cat, but clearly that wasn't the case. Now, we don't know how she treated her in the beginning of her life. Just a few years ago, Chantal was more put together than she is now, but maybe that was because we didn't see everything with the live streams. But these past several years, she refused to even help herself, which has resulted in health problems for her. And obviously she wasn't getting the proper care for this cat. So she can cry all she wants, but I don't believe her. I think that she is just upset that she got caught in this situation. She was going to hand over BBJ and never talk about her again. But now we know the truth. And Foodie, you lost. But the only person that won was not a person at all. It's BBJ. Chantal claims that this was all a setup. When she was talking to FFG's sister-in-law, they told her not to take her to the vet because they were going to take her to their own vet.
That's why she's going so hard on the nails. That's why they didn't want me to take her to the vet. Because if I handed her over with clean nails, then they would have no trauma. So you're basically using BBJ for content. You're exploiting her like you exploited Shannon. I just honestly just want to bees.
But the truth is that it shouldn't have gotten to this point anyway. And I do think that some of this falls onto Pete's. Clearly, he noticed this was happening, and she was in Kuwait. But she's also been home for weeks, and she had to have seen this too. So during the live stream, FB is trying really hard to garner sympathy, but I can't say that I felt a thing. She talks a lot about how she is ready to get out of Canada, and she just really doesn't want to be there anymore. She's still claiming that if she doesn't have to go back, she is never going back. She's going to actually go to a different country in the Middle East when her visa expires. And we'll see how that works out for her, I guess. But to be honest, I don't give this relationship that much time. I said 2 weeks ago that I give it about 3 months. And honestly, I think that her karma in this situation will be Salah rehoming her. This has become such a fiasco, and it's mostly her fault because she refused to get this cat the care that it needed. And despite her appearing to be in good health, now we have confirmation of that from FFG's vet. She was constantly alluding to putting her down and saying that that would be the best thing, despite that not being the case. So now that looks really bad. She only cares about God and Salah, she says. And that BBJ doesn't look happy in the pictures that she was sent from FFG's sister-in-law. I'm sure that BBJ is confused right now. I mean, she lived with Chantal for 20 years, or 18, or 17. But I think she looks cleaner. For sure. Chantal talks about the open house. Remember, she was going to invite people into her home to buy or just take her furniture, right? She was going to give it all away for free. She wasn't even taking anyone's money. But now she says she doesn't feel comfortable doing that because of this situation. She thinks that people will come in and record her house and use that for YouTube content. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. She talks about how a couple days ago, someone actually filmed her in public. When she was at the gas station, the guy that was pumping her gas actually recognized her. That was really awkward. And there was also someone on the street filming her. Okay, so it looks like we have some up-to-the-date drama. Chantal actually posted a video called Conversation Receipts. It was a bit of a nothing burger. Chantal's biggest point is that she keeps saying that she was going to take BBJ to the vet. She's moving on from this situation, just dropping these receipts and that's it. And that this is beyond low. And I couldn't agree more. It is beyond low. She shows her messages with Amy Flowers, and there really isn't that much out of the ordinary. This woman claims that she is bedridden and would like to have BBJ for company. And she also sends pictures of her house. And it just seemed like a nice situation. But of course, the whole time, this was FFG's sister-in-law, and that is what upsets Chantal the most. Most of the texts aren't even really worth seeing, to be honest, but this is the point that Chantal wants to hammer home. She sent this on Wednesday at 2:49 a.m. Remember, they went to get her at 1:30 p.m., so less than 12 hours later. She didn't give them that much time, right? Hi, so part of the reason I was bringing BBJ to the vet tomorrow was to get her nails trimmed as well as away. They grew too long and into her pads. So this proves that she knew that this is what happened, and she let that go until the very last second when she was supposed to take her to the vet as soon as she got home. So she's really just exposing herself if this is real. I mean, I almost have doubts this message is like perfectly conveying what she wanted to get across last night. So vet will have to clip them. Her appointment is for 2:30, so how about I bring her to have them clipped, and then she can be picked up like around 3:30 or 4, depending, let me know. But Chantal did claim that they ignored that message. Of course, they had decided to take the cat to the vet on their own, but Chantal is claiming that this was all for content. It's all like a setup to make her look bad. I think she's telling on herself. Like, she knew that this was going on and she did nothing about it. Here's what she said on her community tab. Proof I was literally going to take BBJ and pay for the vet. I have clearly told FFG many times I do not want her involved in any way in my life, so it was highly wrong for her to do this. She is using BBJ as a pawn and exploiting the situation. Then I would have taken care of it. So no, she is not a savior, but is emotionally manipulating her audience. I will post a video with all the conversation, which proved nothing, which shows I had good faith that this woman who lied was fully caring for BBJ, and if FFG had any involvement, of course, I would have not given her to this person and found another home. Again, this person being praised for saving BBJ from euthanasia, euthanized her 2 dogs, but stay brainless. I am moving on from this toxic community, and French fried girl will be dealt with offline. This is the last of this situation you will hear about online, other than the video with the conversation coming up. And then I'm moving on, living my life as usual. No one will take happiness away from me. Stay mad, babies. I love when she says stay mad, when clearly she is the one that is the most angry in this situation. Most people are happy that BBJ finally got the care that she needed. You were the one that was so angry last night. None of us. I wasn't angry. Also, this is pretty great. This article is going around the community from Stargasm, which is a popular kind of TMZ celebrity website. They're talking about Foodie Beauty. The headline goes, YouTuber Foodie Beauty tricked into giving her cat to her nemesis instead of euthanizing her. And it details everything that we know, but I just thought this was so interesting. This situation has become bigger than expected, and now you have gossip blogs talking about it. I love how they even call her out for cheating on Pete. The person that wrote this article knows what they're talking about. They probably follow the community. Kudos to you, Violetta. Loved it. All right, so just wrapping up with some final thoughts. If you think about it, Chantal had claimed in the past that she was going to vet this person, whoever was getting the cat. She wanted to do a background check. She didn't want it to go to a home where someone was smoking. Just to reiterate, BBJ is not with FFG. She's with her family. But this is the one thing that Chantal did not want to happen. And really, karma came to collect. She was exposed for her neglect. Nothing that she says, none of the tears that come out are going to change my opinion on this. I'm just happy that BBJ is finally being taken care of, because no matter how many times people literally begged, people sent her money to take this cat to the vet, and for whatever reason, she refused to get this cat help. And I was thinking, like, if Natter would say, come over, she would drop everything and drive 2 hours to Montreal to see him. But this cat that she claims to have cared for 18 years, she couldn't even drop her off at an office. So it goes to show what her priorities are. And now it's Salah. And for whatever reason, well, we know the reason. She has taxes. She has possible legal issues. She wants to get out of Canada and has dropped every single thing for this man. She's going back to Kuwait very soon. She says she's possibly just going to donate everything to charity that she owns, aside from one suitcase, and she's going to travel the world because this is what she wanted to do. But it's just my opinion. I don't see this happening the way that she expects. We have uncovered Salah's pretty shady business practices. I did see Jessica Messica is planning to go to Kuwait. Keep be on the lookout for that. It feels like justice was served. It really does. Foodie Beauty, welcome to your all-time low. I hope it's worth it. I hope that this is worth it. But I suspect it's not. And nobody's going to feel sorry for her when she inevitably regrets everything. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.